big backflip in the backcountry. Yeah, this was a good time. You know, I had just got a snowmobile, kind of in a funny little deal, actually. A guy owed me money, and yeah, I ended up with the snowmobile instead of some cash, and it ended up working out. Here's a couple wipeouts, some backflip attempts, because we built this sick little jump off this little road. You know, I didn't want to do a full-blown road gap. It's kind of a hard area to find, to do road gaps. There's my buddy Snowboarding. He's a really good sledder. Here's a nice big 3, you know, just kind of getting it warmed up for the backflip. I was scared, you know. I think I was about 30 years old at the time. This was kind of actually during the pandemic. Like a lot of the ski resorts were closed, and we kind of had the backcountry to ourselves because we had the snowmobile. And here's a big cork 3. Oh, that was a fun one to feel. I'm actually really good at those in the park, and it felt a little different off the backcountry jump, which was a little interesting actually to feel. And boom, here we go. Landed. First one I'd landed in a long time, definitely since I broke my back. Yeah, and here's just some chill sledding, pulling my buddy up the hill. He actually ended up buying a snowmobile relatively soon after this. I can't remember how soon, but relatively soon. And this was before that though, so we kind of had to drag. This was back in the day when we had to drag each other around. Yeah, it was kind of fun. Here we go, back to the spot up Rollins Pass in Colorado. Some kind of cool backcountry. It takes you back into Yankee Doodle Lake and Jenny Lake. You got to be real careful up in there with avalanche danger, especially funneling into those lakes, and especially as you get too close to the Continental Divide, and especially on the other side too, Pump House Lake as well. So this area is known, you know, for it to be a little treacherous, and this is kind of the chill area. This is actually pretty close to the parking lot and trailhead. Like, we're not super deep in this area. Boom, and here we are back at the jump. Here's a little POV. That was definitely the first hit of the day, and then we ended up being able to ski down to this other little run. There's my buddy falling, totally just destroying the powder landing. Oh, and here's me coming to pick him up. So after he fell, you know, he skied down the whole run, and then this is my line on the snowmobile coming back to go pick him up. So you know, here you can kind of see it's a ways, you know. I kind of edited some out there, and here we are at the pickup spot. You can see there's this kind of like little mine tailing effect from how they built the road, and it was a mine tailing area, and we actually ended up building a nice little jump over there. But here's a backflip POV. Love it, gotta love it, you know. Feel really good about it. Here's another one. Stomped with authority. Yeah, it feels good. Oh, here's that same one in slow-mo. Man, feels good to be a gangster. And here I go off into that little run that you just saw me pick my buddy up from. So you kind of get a little bit of an idea of what that run is like. It's honestly nothing crazy, nothing special. It's kind of lame, actually, to be honest, but some good snow, you know. Like, oh man, this is a pretty dangerous area. You got to be careful around here. And so, you know, sticking to low consequence terrain. And there you can see I was just testing out a second little road jump that you'll see here in a second. We do some cool tricks off of it. As you can see, it's just a hit everything, hit anything you want kind of day. I mean, look at how much snow there is. There's like 2 feet of snow in the backcountry. We got tons of snow this year. I mean, it was incredible, off the chain. And here's another backflip. Boom. Yes. Super pumped to put that down. And yeah, continue to put them down. You know, like I said, I hadn't put down a backflip in a few years. And, you know, just to continue to get the muscle memory back going just feels really good. It's get the blood pumping, get the adrenaline moving. And here's the second little jump at the pickup spot. So as you can see below, I kind of stomped out a little in run. And here I go to just test it. Ooh, it felt good. Felt like enough speed. And yeah, I kind of check it out. And here is my first front flip attempt. But I got to feel it. Oh, felt good. First one in a long time. Feel that. Yeah, here it is in slow-mo. I really felt it. And here's the stop. Boom. Yep. My buddy got it. Excellent. Stomped with authority. Felt really good. You know, and I think that I could bring that to a resort or a mountain, you know, because you just gotta have speed. Speed's your friend, and you gotta pop hard off that. The harder you pop, the more control you'll have over that in the midair. So here's my buddy one more time on the snowboard. You know what's cool is I actually started snowboarding this year. This is the first year that I've ever snowboarded more than I've skied, and I'm actually loving it. Oh man, I'm loving snowboarding. Here we are, just kind of ripping around on the snowmobile, having a good old time. You know, what more can you say? Like, oh, here's a little skiing. Where is this? I think this is at Eldora. A tiny little resort. We got like 3 lifts. I mean, it's like 800 vertical feet, you know. But it's our home mountain. It's right down the road. It's 5 minutes away. We get to ski stuff like this. Tight little trees, some fresh snow. Sometimes we get these nice 2-3 foot dumps, especially in spring. And I know I'm waiting, looking for my buddy here. And we're kind of trying to find the Hollywood cliff, the small little cliff right here at the edge of these trees. It's actually right in front of me right here, I can tell. And I'm just kind of... It's a pretty tight little cliff. Like, there's a lot of trees around. The landing is always hard and skied out. It's right underneath the lift. It's a lot sketchier than it looks from that POV. I mean, I've also hit it a lot, so I know where to go on that. And yeah, just getting a little pop there and cruising through this little tree section. These are really tight too, but because of that, not a lot of people go in here, and it stays pretty untouched. Oh, there's a little aspen grove. It's so fun in there. It doesn't last very long, and here we are back on the main run. Boom. Pumping fists. Stoked as ever. The snow is a lot wetter. In the winter, it's very dry snow. And, you know, the dryness, the aridity kind of makes things a little bit warmer. And then in the spring, we get these crazy dumps that just, I mean, they really mess up the roads, but it's awesome to ski. I wish we had some of that snow earlier in the season so that we had the nice base of wet snow. We'd probably have like a little bit more solid of a snowpack that would stick around a little bit longer if it did that. But nonetheless, we get these beautiful spring storms that just dump snow. So this is definitely at Eldora after one of those storms. Just a good time riding with my buddy. You can see us cruising on to the chairlift. Yeah, good times. And here's a little park run, bud. Oh, a little rail Dude, so Woodward does the park over here at Eldora. I mean, this is literally right next to my house, 5 minutes away. It's pretty cool that, you know, we have such a good park, terrain park, so close to our house. Such a blessing. Here's a little switch 3. Boom, stomped. Love it. Revert, because you know, I just don't want to hit that rail switch anymore, and that's cool. I'm totally cool with that. And yeah, nice little park lap. Found Amelia. Speaking of Amelia, she's been living in Greece. She's an insane astrologer, and she's an insane artist too. And she just released this new tarot deck called Magicians of the Tarot, and she like hand painted every single card in this tarot deck, and it's just incredible. Like, she knows a ton. Her art is super cool, and I'm just like really stoked on her. Like, that's for getting her art out there like that. It's just a really creative way to, you know, for people to engage with your art other than just, you know, buying original pieces. And so yeah, we went through some laps in the park that day, you know, and just hanging out, just having a good time, you know. There's no need to do any big tricks, just kind of just cruising through, having fun with my friends, you know. It's fun to ride with Amelia. She's actually she's a really good skier too. So here we go. Boom. First rail greased. Second rail greased mostly. And then a little tap. I don't know. Just kind of a quick little run through. Not trying to, you know, sit at features and think about what I'm going to do. It's like, dude, just flow through. Do your tricks that you know. I think this is a better way to ski. You know, it's like more true. Nice little straight air off the end. Here's another lap. I love doing what I call tranny finders. And here I'm starting to feel it. I can tell I'm starting to get in my rhythm, starting to get in my groove. Ooh, came off early on that one. The other way this time. Hit the tap. Whew, just fly. Don't think about it. Alright, I did wait. I think someone may have been in the landing or something. Yeah. But hey, there's the 5. Got the switch 540. Coming into the jump. Into a cork 3, which I over rotated. Tried to take it to 5, and then I caught my edge and flipped over. Nice little crash. Didn't hurt too bad. Thankfully. That could have been bad. I just lost my pole. And it was totally fine. Very glad, very grateful. I've taken enough bad spills. I think I actually know how to like fall a little better now. Oh, and here's a nice little powder day at Eldora with Brian, my homie, my brother. Dude, we've literally fought each other with fists. We've ridden, we've snowmobiled. This dude fucking does it all. He's a badass. You know, I don't think that those jumps earlier were his best display. Like, you know, man, it sounds so cliche, but you never catch the best stuff on film. Especially, like, I don't like go out and film a lot anymore these days. So, you know, just this is like just me using up the footage that I have. But look at this. I mean, tight trees for sure, but look at that snow. Hey, this resort is 5 minutes away from my house. No lines most of the time, especially on weekdays. I mean, what more do you want? You know? Hey, I'm not skiing Revelstoke. It's not Vail. It's not Aspen or Telluride, but it's right down the street. This is the jam. Boosting, as always. Boosting. That's actually usually a way bigger jump, and they freaking carved it out. The cats, the snow cats. Curious where we're gonna go. Are we gonna go? Yeah, we're going to Indian Peaks. All right, boom. Let's go. See if we do this the stall again. Is he going for it? Am I going for it? No, I'm not. All right. Continue on. I mean, what a beautiful day. Look at the snow. Look at the conditions. It's just a great day at Eldora. Through the tight trees. We're just having a blast, you know. Just cruising. This is like I don't know, it's probably a weekday. Probably like a Wednesday or some shit, you know. Who knows? But yeah, you can see how tight the trees are. And oh, here's a little nose butter 360 attempt. It looks like I failed. But nice little try there. And yeah, go picking my line. This is approaching the Hollywood Cliff yet again. I have a pretty good idea of where we are here, and yeah, I'm just kind of making my way through here. Had to shave off some speed. I'm gonna wait for my buddy, and here we are back at the cliff once again. Gonna cruise off of it without stopping. Thank God. Catch some nice air back into the main run under the lift, and then back through the trees once again. This is actually the other side of the lift where the cliff is. The snow stays a little bit better in here. I actually think that the snow stays a little better in here. The trees are definitely tighter. People do not go in here, I'm telling you right now. But I mean, for good reason. Look at how tight this is. Look at how congested this gets. I mean, this is crazy. Look at this. Look at that guy. I can't believe he was even remotely close to me. Like, you know, I mean, you can't go through this too fast. It's a death sentence. But because of that, you get all this fresh snow. I mean, all right. It's a powder day. You know, some of these Jerry's gotta fucking snake your line. Just kidding. Or am I? I don't know. But that's why you just gotta mob through. You gotta straight line it. Get out of their way. Get out of their way by mobbing through and going way faster. On here through that little tiny aspen grove, back onto the main run. No idea what any of the names at Eldora are called, but I do know that this is the Corona lift. Yes, I know the names of the lifts. There's only about like 4 of them, so I should know them. Ooh, and here we are at actually one of my favorite areas of Eldora. This is kind of a secret area. I'm not going to say the name of it, but you can figure it out if you know the mountain well enough. Okay? I'll say that. That's all I'm going to say. Oh, actually, we're not skiing that run. We're going... I know where we're going. I'm still not going to tell you where we're going, but it's a little bit different than I thought initially. Still kind of a secret run. And we're going back to the Hollywood Cliff. And this time, I thought, okay. There's one time where I placed it in through these super tight trees, and I thought that maybe this was that time, but I didn't. I'm just cutting back to go meet up with my buddy. So we're going back through the tight trees to go link. I think I just snuck off to go try to hit the cliff real quick. I was like, we're probably super close to it. Yeah, we are. So I just cruised over there. I didn't realize too while this run was happening that the lens was covered with water. So I didn't clear it, but this is a cool run. Honestly, I'm mobbing, not stopping. And here we are at the top of the Indian Peaks lift yet again. Little 180. Okay. Man, I just love the feeling of skiing, it feels like flying. It literally feels like flying. Here I'm just checking my back, making sure that the gaper isn't gonna freaking try to cut me off or do anything crazy. Making sure that I'm safe, right? This is something that I see in the ski community, and I don't think it's talked about enough. Is like, yo, if you're the better skier, right? If you're actually a highly skilled athlete and skier, your head needs to be on a swivel. Like, that's up to you. A little 360. But seriously, your head needs to be on a swivel. You need to be paying attention of who's where. You need to be paying attention of where the less skilled skiers are going and what their trajectory is and what might happen if they change trajectory. All right, if you are the more advanced skier, that's on you. Okay. And then flash forward to a day at Winter Park. Here we're just catching some air off of every single little side hit. I mean, there's some, I just went by that cliff and the coverage was just terrible. I don't remember exactly what day this is, but it looks like it's early season. So it's probably 2021 early season. I'm not really checking the time signature. I'm just editing these videos by when they were uploaded. So there's not a ton of organization, but here I'm going pretty fast through the trees, cutting off some speed, seeing if my buddy's nearby. I think there he is, back on the main run. So, it's important, like when you're on the mountain, when you're riding with friends, to stick together, have the buddy system, and stay together. You guys are responsible for each other out there. And I know that a lot of novice skiers don't really fully understand that, but when you start going into the backcountry and you start exposing yourself to the elements and to the terrain, your team really starts to matter. The skill level of your team matters a lot. Like, they're your lifeline. They are the reason you either survive or you don't. And that's the reality of riding in the backcountry. And people, it's hard to face that reality sometimes, because the resort is kind of this container of safety and security. And when you aren't exposed to the real reality of the mountains, of the harsh unforgivingness of the mountains, a couple 180s, boom, yeah. When you're not used to that, it's easy to take it for granted, right? If you've only ridden a resort your whole life, it's easy to take that for granted. 360 off that big kicker, or side hit. Cool, fun. It's easy to take for granted. So, choose your team. Make sure that they understand the importance of safety out there. I don't know a single professional athlete in extreme sports that doesn't prioritize safety above everything. And, all the tricks and stuff look cool, but a shit ton of preparation goes into all that stuff. So, even though we're out here riding rumors, doing side hits, we're also practicing stuff. We're practicing the fundamentals. They say a true master is always at work and always at play, right? And I take this into snowboarding and skiing, right? Like, I love skiing switch. I love skiing on one foot and I love, like, you know, carving from edge to edge on one foot, backwards and forwards, and it's a really good way to practice all the fundamentals of skiing. And, you know, I heard this great saying. It's from Myron Golden, actually. I don't know if you know Myron Golden. He's a great motivational speaker and coach. And he says, the difference between amateurs and professionals is that professionals spend 10 times the amount of time preparing as they do performing, and amateurs spend 10 times the amount performing than they do preparing. And so what this means is that, that excellence lies in the preparation, right? And so, like, even though this is my first year snowboarding, right, where it looks like, holy crap, I picked up snowboarding really fast, there's a lot of preparation that's going into it, right? I'm doing a lot of training at home, and I'm even doing mental rehearsal, right? I'm going into the, like, beginner areas of the mountain. I'm snowboarding switch. I'm snowboarding with one foot in, so that I can learn the fundamentals, so that these things become natural. And that's the whole point of preparation, so that the easy stuff doesn't take up any mental space. The easy stuff is ingrained into my body's habitual patterns and awareness by repetition, right? And then my body just knows what to do better than I do. That's the difference between professionals and amateurs, you know. That's the real difference, is how they prepare their body to perform. And this honestly ties back to my offerings, Unbreakable Vitality, right? This is why I post all this content and skiing and all this stuff. It's because it's all connected, and Unbreakable Vitality is the stress management tool that you need in your life to, like, master your energy and conquer your life and conquer the obstacles in it. And I'm kind of losing my focus with where that came from, but, you know, in skiing, I just see that there's so many metaphors for life, in that, you know, you have all these elements that are out of your control, and you have, you know, like, how do you deal with them? How do you show up to them? How do you assess the danger? And how do you deal with an emergency? And the mountain just brings all that character, right? All the stuff that has always been there comes out. And I mean, it's humbling. It's like, it makes you really understand and feel the greatness of the universe and powers and elements, right? It makes you feel just how this one element of the mountain, of earth, can be so just mighty, right? And we're not here to master nature or conquer nature or control it in any way. We're just there to float with it and be with it for a moment. And like, I think about it like with surfing, right? Like, surfing's an even better example of this because you're just there for a single moment in time. And in fact, if you're there for too long, it's detrimental to you, right? So you're just there riding the wave for a moment. Anyway, oh man, I'm getting way too out there, but yeah, I think that you understand what I'm saying, and I hope you enjoy the rest of this video. Here's a cool little cliff. Here's another one. Here's some like fun little skiing that's just going real fast through these trees. Winter Park is a great mountain. If you've never been there, it's fun. It's got some steeps, some great cliffs. I mean, there are some areas in the mountain that are just insane that I love. They like just have great skiing. So check it out and enjoy the rest of the movie, the film.
you.